Hi guys, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am back with another episode of Photo Overload. And so this is a series that I do with Heather from Heather's Crafty Life. And once a month on the third Thursday, we create a multi-photo layout to kind of give you some ideas. And so I'm creating a very different kind of layout today. So what I have done is I have printed 3 photos of movie posters for some of my favorite Stephen King movies. And I have printed them in 4x6, and then I've cut them down so that you don't see the entire photo, you're just seeing a sliver of it. And then I have taken my hexagon punch, and I have punched a bunch of hexagons from some Halloween paper packs that I have. So I'm combining a bunch of old products on this layout. So I've made 3 clusters of 3 hexagons using all kinds of different pattern papers, and I'm using Echo Park's Apothecary Emporium collection, as well as their Chillingsworth Manor collection. And I believe those are from 2011 and 2015, so some old products today. And I wanted to stay pretty true to these collection packs. So they come with just pattern paper and a sticker sheet. And so what I am doing is I pulled out some fun foam, and I am using that along with the stickers to create some dimensional embellishments. So this is kind of like creating your own puffy stickers. So I'm just taking the stickers and I am putting them on, sticking them down to my foam, and then cutting around the shape so that I end up with a dimensional sticker instead. And so I've pulled out a few different ones that I want to use. So I have this word beware and a chilling and then that little clock. And then I've also pulled out a phrase that says, by the prickling of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. And so that's going to go along with my cluster as well. And so what I have done is I've taken those 3 kind of slivers of movie posters, and I've backed them all with a tiny, like a really thin cardstock border, and then I've just kind of randomly stacked them together so that I'm creating kind of this vertical element on the left-hand side of my page. And so I'm going to take my sticker sheet and kind of use it to do a little bit of embellishing. So I'm adding some star stickers and those types of things. And you'll see that a little more later in the video throughout. So I wanted to create this page kind of to document the fact that I absolutely love Stephen King movies and books for that matter. And so that's kind of what this layout is about. And so I'm getting those little elements stuck down, and then I decided to grab these cameos from Tim Holtz. And these are part of his new Halloween collection this year. And they are one of my favorite Halloween products that I found. So what they are is just like a regular little cameo like you would see in jewelry, except rather than a person, it's a little skeleton person. And they are so stinking cute. I love them. Love them. So I knew I wanted to get one of those on this layout. So I'm going to kind of tuck it in with this little embellishment that I have down here. And because I'm using that fun foam, I can tuck that cameo in underneath and it fits in there perfectly. So I know that I want to create something to balance out this really kind of heavy left side with the right side. So I'm going to go ahead and take a couple of little pattern paper strips. And that one's just from kind of that dictionary page. And then I'm also going to pull out one that kind of has an orange and cream tone to it. This one right here. And I'm also going to cut a strip of that. And so I'm going to layer those up over here on this right hand side, knowing that that can give me a home for my title. And because everything else in this layout has this kind of vertical orientation, I'm going to run my title in a vertical direction over there on the side as well. So I tried out this black and white pattern paper and decided I didn't like that. I didn't have enough color variation. So I ended up going with the orange that was actually on the other side. So that's going to kind of give me a little pop of that orange color. And I am going to go back and add some orange star stickers throughout my kind of clusters on the left-hand side to tie all of that together. And so this, to me, is a story worth telling because it's something that my kids don't necessarily see or know about me, because I have some kids who are like scared of their own shadow all the time. So they definitely cannot handle a Stephen King movie. So the fact that I enjoy these movies and watch this is something that my kids don't necessarily see and know about me, which to me makes that a really important story that needs to be told somewhere, so that they do get to kind of know that part about me. So I've taken some thickers, and these are, I believe, called Imprint, and they have kind of this cream color with a gold inlay in them, and just written out Major Movie Fan. And then I've added that sticker down at the bottom that says darkness there and nothing more. And that's going to kind of tie everything together so that my layout isn't too heavy on one side or the other. It gives me some weight on both sides. And there you see I'm going back and adding those stickers. So what I really wanted to encourage you to do with this layout, and I have a few layouts like this, is to tell these important stories whether you have pictures or not. So these are pictures that I just printed off of the internet. So I just looked up the movie poster, saved the photos, threw them in the Project Life app to make sure that they were exactly how I wanted them, and then printed them out. So these aren't necessarily photos I had, but they were a really important story to me. And because of that important story, then I went out and found pictures that would support my story. And there is some little hidden journaling. You don't see it in the video itself, but there's a tag that goes behind those photos that kind of shows and tells my kids about my love of these movies and what draws me to these types of movies, especially talking about Rose Red. And so those are just, like I said, stories that I want to tell. Stacking up these little slivers of photos is a really good way to get several photos on a page. And do make sure you also check out Heather's video this week for how she also got 3 photos on a layout. And I will see you again soon. Bye!